Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday Fun Day. I thought this week with Canada Day having just occurred on July 1st, it was a great day to kind of celebrate the red and white of Stampin' Up! And of course, being handmade in Canada. I just thought this was a great way to kind of highlight and feature the reds and the white of Stampin' Up!, as well as some cute projects to kind of share along the way. So let's get started. Actually, while we're just kind of waiting for some people to come on board to check it out, I thought I would share with you the designer series paper that's on sale starting July 1st. And it goes until the end of August. And so you'll want to make sure that you get your hands on that. The papers are 15% off. I'll make sure to post a link for you a little later today to check that out. But part of that collection is you're going to get to choose from the Christmas designer series paper, Tidings of Christmas, which actually also has the red and the white. And so maybe you're not quite ready for Christmas yet, but you may want to get those pieces of papers. And I'll try and post some projects later today using the red and white in this pack as a great way to showcase some of your cards. Also, if you want to get your hands on this sampler so that you can create and kind of have your samples set up, feel free to go to Stamping with a Twist in my Etsy store to track that down. Okay, so why don't we get started sharing you the projects that I came up with. I'm just going to flip my camera so that you can take a look to see, to follow me along. Okay. So here is the fabulous papers in red and white. And I should have almost done a separate post to see if you guys can guess which colors they are. But we've got some Mary Merlot, which, fun fact, apparently red wine is the most popular variant. But I'm sure most of you knew that, especially if you're wine drinkers. Here's the stamp set. So we've got Mary Merlot, we've got Real Red, which is this. We have Poppy Parade, which is this, and Cherry Cobbler. So there's 4 variants of reds right now. Of course, Stampin' Up! Has had many different colors over the years, but these are the 4 that are happening right now. And then, of course, we've got our basic white. We've got our basic white cardstock, which is your standard kind of cardstock size. I'm not too sure of the weight, but this is the thick cardstock. And so this is great if you're just making a card that you want to stand, or if you're going to layer a card, or just for stamped images, this white is great. But I just wanted to share with you first off the different variants of reds. So like I said, there's 4 right now. I'm not too sure if any of you guys have any red stamps right now. Maybe just do a shout out in the comments. Let me know if you've got 1, 2, or if you're missing some. These are the 4 in case you're kind of wondering what I'll be playing with over the next little while. And in fact, I've got a class coming up. I should quickly show you. It's at the end of the month, July 30th, and it's using the Measure of Love stamp set, which of course I don't have the stamp set handy, but these are the fun cards, sneak peeks that we're going to be using. And so Cherry Cobbler is actually one that we'll be using. You might want to get your hands on before then. So check that out, register for that class if you haven't yet. But again, Cherry Cobbler will be the one. And so what the focus is each month is as I go and use the different colors, I'm going to try and incorporate those in the cards to come. So if you're trying to figure out where to start, Cherry Cobbler will be your best one right away to get started. So anyways, those are the different reds. So let me share with you, like I mentioned, some cards. But before I do, I also wanted to share with you how I stamped off. I wanted to show you the different variants, but what they look like when you stamp with the ink at full strength versus when you stamp off. And so for this particular one, I actually used Brew Some Fun. I don't know if you can see that here. Super cute stamp set. And of course, it's got some spoons in it. So that's where this stamp came from. And we've got our Mary Mallow right here. Don't know if you can see that. So stamped full strength, stamped off once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I guess that's 6 times. Well, stamped off 5 times. But so that's kind of what your variants look like as they're stamped off. So if you're trying to get a different shade, this is a great way to do it. So just kind of stamp yourself a test sheet to take a look to see the variants that you get, because that'll determine what strength you might need for the project that you're looking at. So maybe you don't have all the different inks, but by having the darker ink, you can actually stamp off to get the lighter inks. I don't know if you can see here, like as we get into the real red, those are some pretty pinky colors that are at the end there. And which one? Cherry Cobbler, same thing. Actually, they're almost the same. I feel like they're just slightly off by like one color. But anyways, this is a great way to take your stamp set, stamp it off, see what colors you get with the colors you have, because you actually have more colors than you might think you do. So give that a try. And so let me just show you quickly the little card that I made with that one. So again, this is Brew Some Fun stamp set. And I just tried to stamp off that card. Again, using the spoons, but then I added a little bit extra. So I guess I should share with you the other stamp set is Make a Difference. So this is the one with all the handwriting as well as some fun little words. And that's where this handcrafted for you came from, because everyone handcrafts a coffee or a tea or a latte. So I just thought that worked perfect. And so it's just kind of a little collage with the different stamps from those sets. And again, all variants of the different colors of red. There's actually all 4 of them in there. Don't know if you can find that, but I just felt that was a fun way to make a little card. Okay, so next, so like I said, I'm featuring these in my projects today, the Brew Some Fun and Make a Difference, but we're also using Biggest Wish. And remember I said that we're celebrating, because of Canada Day this past week, the red and whites. I thought it was perfect. Canadian made cards. Here's a fun little card that I made, again, using the current Stampin' Up! Products, using the Biggest Wish, happy birthday, and then I just added a little flag in here to you kind of at the bottom. Now, I don't have a current kind of maple leaf that I thought would go really good in there, but I'm sure many of you have some of the old dies or even the old stamps that you could easily do that. And you can start thinking about your projects for next year, or maybe you want to send a card abroad. I just thought that this was a great way to kind of have the red big happy, and then of course the birthday just down the center. And a super simple card, but again, it was just wonderful, and I felt that it had the spirit of the celebration that happened on July 1st. Okay, and then we've got Let's Brew Some Fun. So here's a fun little pop-up card. I actually think I shared this at one of my Sunday Fun Days at the very beginning of all of this, because this is actually, I think, the 31st episode of Sunday Fun Days that I have done since all of this happened, believe it or not. So I think it is a really good reason to celebrate. Brew up some fun party hats. Oh, actually, I did throw in a different stamp set here. This is the other one that's in the catalog. But when you pop this up, so I'm just opening the card, pop, 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 it's for you with a whole lot of latte love. And it's got a fun gift card in there. And of course, Tim Hortons, truly Canadian, is what I think of when I think of Canada and coffee. But isn't that super fun? Anyways, let me know which of these 3 cards are your favorite in the comments, because one lucky person is going to get to brew up some fun themselves, and I'll send this out to you. So please leave a comment. You have until Sunday at midnight, and on Monday tonight at midnight. Actually, sorry, no, next Saturday at midnight. And I will announce the winner next Sunday on the next Sunday Fun Day, where I will be featuring the Sweet as a Peach bundle. Yeah, so let me know what you think, which card is your favorite. And for everyone who leaves a comment, I will put your name in the draw to win this lovely coffee card and this fun card. If you are looking for instructions on how to create this, like I said, this was one of the very first instructions. You will find it on YouTube, and I will try and post a link in Just for Love of Stamping a little later today. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a happy Sunday Fun Day. Take care.